Cheesesteak sandwich, a grilled cheesesteak sandwich.
Don't put that on the video.
Ooh. Hello and welcome back to another thrilling episode of Lumberjack Barbecue. Today what we're making is for a collaboration. Just Cook the Damn Food is the channel that has invited Lumberjack PA, Lumberjack Barbecue and Grilling and more, whatever you want to call it, to collaborate with them on some tailgating food. Hashtag tailgatinglife. And so that's what we're going to do today. And we are close to the Philadelphia region. And so what we're going to make is a grilled cheesesteak sandwich. So it's going to be grilled cheese sandwich and cheesesteak kind of combined. And common, simple ingredients. You do it your way, we'll do it our way. So of course we had to get some Philly steaks. These, obviously, you know, you want to go get real steak or whatever, but we love these and we're just fine with them. We got ourselves some peppers. Guess which one's out of our garden? This is ours. We're going to use a little bit of this. We got some of this salt-free garlic and herb seasoning, which we love on a lot of things. Salt, pepper, an onion, some mushrooms that we're going to slice up because we like mushrooms on our cheesesteak sandwiches or cheese steaks. And then, of course, good old American cheese. And, of course, out on the griddle, paper towels, oil, that kind of stuff. Probably use some butter to grill the bread. So I'm going to get to cutting some stuff up and get prepped, and then we'll meet you at the griddle. Stick around. I said stick around, come back here. So we're just chopping up our onions. You can see about the size we're going for. No big deal. These are some pretty strong onions, man, I'll tell you what. I'm glad I'm taller, I'm kind of away from it. But boy, oh boy, they're getting at me. I'm about ready to cry, tear up over this food. The golden arches. Alright, just cutting up the peppers. We cooked the little one from out in the garden. Cut that up. That's about what you get there. We're gonna, I guess we cut the top with the bottom off of this one. Doesn't have to have a lot of peppers in. We already put the onions out on the griddle because they'll take a little bit longer to go and they're a little more resistant. So my chopping skills or knife skills are horrible, so bear with it. That's just the way it goes here in Lumberjackville. The camera's in the way. Get them out of here. No, so 2 hours later, we're still cutting peppers. And then my finger. I shouldn't say that. I've done that before. Alright. Well, sometimes the pith stays on, sometimes it doesn't. If I catch it, it comes off. Okay, so we got two-zone cooking here. This is our cool side. The burner isn't on. These three I got on in anticipation for the steaks themselves as well as toasting. I got it all the way down on low. This is the members mark. I'm not a rich enough man for the Blackstone, but they do make a good product, it seems like. I'll throw the peppers down. A little bit more oil. And that's just regular vegetable oil or something like that. Canola oil. I don't know what the heck it is. I'll just kind of mix it up and then spread it back out again. And now I got to cut some mushrooms. The mushrooms don't take as long, so we're going to put them on last. And then we're going to take everything and move it over here. Get the steak going. And yeah. Next, slice up your mushrooms and cut them into pieces that you wouldn't mind eating in your steak. These will of course shrink, so they won't be nearly that size. We did rinse them off a little bit. These are actually very clean. Sometimes they look like a dog crapped on them, but not this time. That's nothing thrilling here. It's just something to eat, man. And there's nothing like a good cheesesteak, however you might like it. I am not a purist that says, oh, well, you got to do it this way or that way. You do it your way. Whatever you like to eat, make it that way. On the griddle. There's a little oil down over here. Probably got enough already, but I'll still throw it down. And that's got a lot of water content, so it might spit back at us. If you think your onions and peppers are where you want them, you can always move them off to the side, and I think they're pretty close to where I'd like to have them. Getting nice and golden all the way around. I think I will. I think I'm going to move them over to the right side here, which is not on. What was that? Oh, it was one of my levelers that I have here. My levelers fell out. Oh well. See, that's the member's mark for you. Alright, let me get my leveler. Well, I would have to find the other leveler too. Oh, there's the other leveler. I hope this one isn't as hot as that one is. Well, this could be a big failure or not. And look at Lumberjack with the right tools. Alright, good enough. We're back. So, just minding that for right now. The mushrooms coated in oil and cooked down. You know, I'll tell you, the worst cook on the griddle for me, although it's very delicious, is smash burgers, because they just go so fast. And if you do a ton of them, oh my gosh, it's just And even cheesesteaks can be like that too. But with this cheesesteak sandwich, I'm moving stuff off to the side, and I could probably do that with cheesesteaks too, but there's nothing like having it all come together at the same time. But I'm going to do it nice and leisurely. You can do it any way you want. Figure out what works for you. For me, this is the way I'm doing it. And the mushrooms are coming out pretty good. It doesn't take them long. Maybe we'll move them to the middle here and get our steaks ready. So let's go in and get the steaks. Alright, so it's steak time. I don't think we're going to use this all. We'll see what happens here. This can be sometimes a pain in the butt because they don't want to come off. Come on, grab your paper. Plop onto the floor. There's one. Two. I'm going to try 4, I think. I think that'll be just enough with all the veggies. Yep, I think that's all we're going for. So now, we'll just take, move them around. It don't take long with these things either. There we go. Let that cook a little bit, and I will return these to the freezer. No, actually, I'll put them over here for just a second so I can. Yeah, there we go. And then I can gauge. With all them vegetables and everything, I think that we're talking probably. I think we have just enough. They might be meager sandwiches, but they'll be good enough. Now it's time to season everything. So a little bit of pepper on a steak, a little bit of this. And this has no salt in it, so we're going to add a little, just a little bit, the amount that we like. That's good. And this steak looks good as it is. So we're going to incorporate all of this back together. Just to marry it together. Get it all in there. And I'll tell you what, it's really smelling good on this stuff. That's what we're talking about. And then we'll move this off to the side and get our bread going. So what I did was I turned off the center too, so all three of these are off now. Got this one on, and there's plenty of residual heat in here for what we want to do. I'm going to take a little bit of butter. I think I'm going to start out here in this middle zone. And if I need some more heat, I got it over on this side. And there's plenty of oil in here to toast this bread too. But butter's always gooder. Toss our bread down. We're going to get one side, obviously, because, yeah, you know. Like so. And then we're going to flip them over because I want the inside of my sandwich also to be toasted so that all this cheese steak, or steak mixture, along with the cheese, everything's good to go. So now it's just a matter of waiting for them to toast up, or toast up, and then we'll flip half of them over, cheese it, put the steak on, a little mayo. Yeah, that's right. So just cook the damn food. Go check him out. I've watched some of his videos. I have subscribed, and it was so awesome of him to reach out, actually commenting on one of my videos, to invite me to this. Yeah, it's kind of gotten to the calming stages of this cook now. We're just waiting for this to toast up, and who knows, I might turn the burners back on to speed it up a little bit, but it's toasting. Okay, so maybe not a good idea to turn that one off, but every time I go to try to get some gas to it, it doesn't light on its own. So I'm just going to leave it like this. It'll have to be good enough, and that'll be that. So next is our cheese. Well, it's a grilled cheese sandwich, so we're not just putting one slice. I think we'll go with 2 on each one of them. Need a little work, so we'll move them down into there, and then we'll get some of our steak on here. It's going to be a mess, and I used the wrong spatula and it's falling through the holes. Try to portion it out. We're getting a little light. If you don't expect to eat a cheese steak and have it be a mess, then you don't want a really good cheesesteak. Alright, who needs some loving? You need some loving. And you need some loving. You up in there in the corner, you got plenty of loving, let me tell you. Alright, this one might be a little bit sparse. Good enough. There. Take your guts back. Alright, now we'll take this and flip it over. Ooh, that's hot. A little bit of mayo. Hey, get what mayo you want. If you don't want this, get Duke's or whatever. I like sours. She just picked out a mayo. It's mayo. I eat it. Slather yourself a little bit of mayo on there. They gotta work, because I bet you that other side is getting close to not where we want it. Alright, hoping for it not to be burnt. Let's see. Mayo, mayo, mayo. Oh man. Please don't be burnt. Smash it, flip it. Oh man, that looks good. Alright. I think we're safe. As you get further back though, it gets worse. Oh, still good. Still good. Smash it. Flip it over. Leave you over there for now. This one's the one I'm concerned about. Oh yeah, they look great. They look awesome. Totally awesome. Probably going to be even better to eat. Soon we'll be done. That's it. That's how you do that. Now you could go around with some water and put a dome over top or whatever. Believe me, that cheese is melting in there. It's definitely melting. There you go. Alright. Alright, we're back inside. That was actually a pretty easy cook. A little fumbling with the cheese. And then of course at the end, maybe I should have left the burners on, but it turned out good. We got some nice toastiness. And take all the extras and throw them all over the place. Hey, it's finger food, man. This is tailgating. So I cut one up. That's not how we're going to eat it because we're not tailgating. But you might want to cut some up. Maybe somebody wants some of this. Maybe someone wants some wings or whatever. And I'm just going to grab a little bite here. See what it tastes like. I've made cheesesteaks before and I've always liked them. I usually add sauce, but I was afraid that'd be too runny for this. So we'll see what happens. Nah, that's good. Make them. That's good. Add what you want to add. Do what you want to do with it. But that's good. That's good stuff. I love when you get that little bit of grease. Oh. That is dynamite. So, again, Just Cook the Damn Food is the channel that's doing this collaboration. And we're going to hashtag it Tailgating Life. Or is it Tailgate Life? I kind of forget. Tailgating Life, you'll see it. And go check out all our other videos. There's I'm sure he's going to have a list of the collaborators and who's involved with it. If we get word, we'll add it to our description, of course. That way you can go check them out. Just it's a really neat thing to do in the cooking community. If you stop by from one of these other channels, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you like this, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. And notwithstanding, we do some hiking videos too, so we're back and forth, hiking and cooking and that kind of stuff. One day we're going to actually mix the two together. We haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, come back and check us out again. And we'll see you next time on Lumberjack Barbecue. Peace! See you.